What's up everyone, and happy Saturday. In today's video, I have a very interesting stock to look at. There's a lot going on with it, and it's very unique to say the least. So, as we can see, the market's been booming up for the past, couple of years especially. And when Biden became president, he really started to attack private prisons, and a lot of those stocks tanked off pretty big. And if we look at one stock specifically, which is GEO, this stock was on a great uptrend since like 2004 to, I guess you could say, like 2017. It went from like $4 up to $30, and now it's back down to like $8.50. And especially over like the past couple months or so, I've been seeing a lot of big money flowing into this stock. And on Friday alone, there was around $1.8 million worth of call options leaps bought. So we're going to be covering those. And then on top of that, the CEO bought around $1.1 million worth of shares of the stock on June 15th. And this was around $6.75. Right now, the stock's at $8.50, but you can see a lot of news with insiders buying and selling, and insiders can sell their shares for any number of, for any reason. They could sell the shares because they think the stock is overvalued and it's going to fall, or they can sell their shares because, they need to buy a new mansion. No one knows, but they only buy shares for one reason, and that's if they think the stock will rise, and the CEO just loaded up on $1.1 million worth of shares, which is pretty big news. On top of that, like I said, I saw $1.8 million flow into call options on this one on Friday. It is the 12 strike call options that expire on March 18th of 2022. Now here's the thing. We know that whoever's behind this trade is that they are opening this position. We just don't know with 100% certainty whether this is a covered call or a long option where they want the stock to rise up. And given the expiration date, it really makes me think that they are buying these options, because a covered call all the way out to March 18th of 2022, it's just a lot of time, and it doesn't really make, like, I could see it, but it just wouldn't be ideal. At the same time, IV is relatively low. The stock is beaten down a lot, and we can see that a pop back up to $12 would not be unreasonable. Over the past couple years, it's been really volatile, and it is at a pretty nice price level. So long story short, I found a lot of smart money going into this stock. I like the setup. It is pretty speculative. Like, the option is relatively far out of the money, but it does have a lot of time, and the CEO is really buying this dip. And then if we also go to FinViz, we can see that this stock has a I guess you could say a 22% short flow, which is, pretty respectable. So if we start to see the stock pop up, it can move up in an exponential way because shorts will be covering. And then on top of that, they had pretty good news. Well, actually, two pieces of good news. So it says they entered into a 6-month contract extension with the U.S. Marshals, so that's good to see. And then they also had a favorable court ruling recently, which is awesome to see. So this stock, it is a private prison stock. The Biden administration has been attacking these types of companies pretty hard. So, I just figured I'd throw it out there for everyone. It's a unique setup. You don't really see setups like this happen too often. I don't love it, but I think it's worth a shot. Keep in mind, it is risky. One thing to keep in mind that I do like about this company is that whether the market explodes up or tanks down, this stock isn't really expected to move with the market. It kind of just moves independently. So that is a good thing to have, especially in a market where it's all over the place and no one really knows what's going to happen with like the S&P 500. So take that how you want. Like I said earlier, it is the March 12 strike. It is the 12 strike call options for March 18th of 2022, around $1.2 million into them. Statistically speaking, they have a pretty low chance of expiring in the money. If we want to be exact, it is around I guess you'd say 18% right now, which is pretty low, but then again, implied volatility is low, so it's kind of like underestimating how likely those options will expire in the money. So I like the setup. but I do not like it for like a large dollar amount play. It's more of a gamble to me, but given the setup, I think it looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think about this potential trade in the comments down below. Like I said, you don't see setups like this too often, and when I see smart money entering into a trade in a big way, I figured I'd let everyone know. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have an amazing weekend.